Hot take, but I think one of the biggest examples of fandom completely misunderstanding a character is Johnny Joestar. Because tell me why. So many people reduce one of the most complicated protagonists in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to cute, helpless femboy who needs protection. Did we read the same manga? Because the Johnny I read about is one of Araki's most emotionally complex, morally messy characters ever. The thing that makes him interesting, Johnny doesn't start his story at zero, he starts below zero. Before Steel Ball Run even begins, his career's gone. His reputation? Ruined. His father? Shattered relationship with him, he's paralyzed. The life he built for years? Gone overnight. Poof. Most protagonists begin from nothing and climb up, but not Johnny. Nope, he begins less than nothing. Bitter as hell? Check. Angry? Absolutely. Jealous and selfish? Desperate and honestly? A full-blown asshole sometimes. And that was the point. Johnny isn't supposed to be some perfect hero. He was a broken guy trying so hard just to find reasons to keep moving forward while carrying all that weight. What drives me crazy is when people see Johnny cry, and somehow interpret that as weakness. No. Johnny cries because he's human. One of my favorite things about him is that he actually allows himself to feel things. Most characters don't do this. When life hits him with something horrible, he doesn't just stand there like a robot pretending everything's fine. Nope. He gets upset, frustrated, cries, breaks down. And then, he keeps going anyway. That's not weakness, that's strength. Because strength isn't ignoring pain like some stoic statue. Strength is acknowledging it hurts, and moving forward despite it all. Throughout Steel Ball Run, Johnny gets knocked down over and over again. Physically, emotionally, mentally, again and again and again. But every time, without fail, he drags himself back up, literally, even while paralyzed. The irony is that some people see a disabled character, and immediately start treating him like he's fragile. But Johnny's disability isn't his personality. Being paralyzed doesn't magically turn someone into a helpless baby. In fact, Steel Ball Run goes out of its way to show how much determination Johnny has. This man, willing to suffer, willing to fail, willing to risk everything, if it means getting closer to his goal. And that's where another huge misunderstanding comes in. People act like Johnny is some innocent cinnamon roll. He absolutely is not. Have you met Johnny? This man is a menace. He spends a shocking amount of Steel Ball Run solving problems with violence. His first instinct? What if I shoot that guy? And he's not noble 24/7. Not selfless all the time. Not kind constantly. Sometimes his decisions are selfish. Sometimes they're cruel. Sometimes obsession consumes him entirely. And that's what makes him compelling. Because he's flawed, allowed ugly thoughts, permitted failures, has morally imperfect moments but feels real because of it. That growth, so satisfying. The whole story is about Johnny trying to become better than the bitter version at the start. Not perfect, just better. It's about learning sacrifice, understanding what truly matters, overcoming bitterness. And none of that works if you reduce him to one-dimensional stereotype. What makes Johnny beautiful as a character isn't that he's cute. It's not that he's disabled, not because he cries, or vulnerable. No, it's all those things combined with his determination, selfishness, kindness, anger, ambition, fear, courage, and growth. He's contradictory, complicated, human. That's why people love him. Because Johnny Joestar isn't some idealized perfect hero. He's a damaged person trying to claw his way back from below zero. Someone who fails, suffers, cries, makes terrible choices, but keeps moving forward anyway. And honestly, that kind of strength, more inspiring than any perfect hero could ever be. So when I see people flatten Johnny into cute, helpless femboy who needs Gyro to save him, it feels like they're throwing away everything that actually made him special. Because Johnny Joestar isn't memorable because he's helpless. No, he's memorable because despite every reason to give up, despite every setback, despite every flaw, despite every moment of weakness, he refuses to stay down. And that's the entire point of his character. But anyways, tell me what you think, Ollie Ho.